Sylvia, good evening. Long time sana. How are you people? Hope you guys mko sawa kabisa. Oh my. You can see what I was watching. Poleni sir, pole. I was just trying to answer a few people here. Ndio kuna siku nilikuwa kwa training ingine hapo. And I was using ChatGPT until one of the directors akanichata akaniambia, "Hey my friend bwana, remove your lenses bwana. Your lenses zinachoma." Otherwise, how's you? How's your weekend? It's been a minute. Kitambo sana tupatane, Sylvia. Ni kitambo sana. I think this week we've met only once. Nimekuwa huko. How is you people? How is you, Sylvia? My weekend is good. My weekend has been good. My weekend has been very good. My weekend has been better. I cannot complain, by the way. My weekend has been great. I don't know, nimeingia tu saizi. How is Kisumu dala? How is Kisumu dala? Sylvia, how is Kisumu? At it's raining. You know, I was shocked the other time. People from home walikuwa nasema ati my home area is in Ugenya, Ugunja. They're complaining that rains hazijafika. Ala. Ala. Yes, my brother, I'm here with a very good friend of mine from Kisumu. He's telling me that kunanyesha huko, ndo nashangaa. Last I was told huko kuna nini, huko jua imewaka sana. Ndo nashangaa sana. Mimi hata niko sawa. Wacha nitakula, tuweka ushale. You're waiting for rains for October, Joska Kamulu. Silver, do you know this friend of mine moving on the wheels? Anatuambianga vile Nairobi kuko, mostly Machakos and its environs. A very good friend of mine. Maya, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. Where are you watching us from? My friends, I also have another friend of mine here from Kisumu. She tells us more about Kisumu city. She goes by the name Sylvia. A very good lady, and I hail from Kisumu County, my home area actually. That to be Kisumu. Okay, not necessarily Kisumu, Stoki Kisumu, but from that area. Yeah, she's a very good friend of mine. Hailing from Kisumu, ndo najaribu kuni update what's happening on that side of her world. A very good friend of mine. Maya, where are you watching us from? My friends, how is Joska Kamulu? Sisi watu wa huku today I mean Syokimau au Kitengela. Today I mean Utawala. Yeah, Joska is fine kabisa. That's nice. That's nice. You're most. Sylvia, have you ever been mistreated in a hospital? Have you ever been mistreated in a? Yeah, Sylvia, she's a content creator. She's a new content creator, and I grow very, very fast. By the way, and I grow very, very fast, and I grow very at a very high rate, at a very, very high rate. Sylvia, also this friend of mine is also a content creator, and you know the funny thing, they meet physically, but the friendship is just on another level. Yeah, she is a content creator. In fact, both of us are a content creator. Yeah, definitely you can check a channel. Definitely you can check a channel. So Sylvia, have you ever been mistreated in a health facility before? Like, have you ever found ushaikuwa mistreated in a health facility before? And what was the kind of mistreatment? That's what I wanted to tackle in today. Mm. Kim, karibu sana. You're medically mistreated in one of the largest public hospital in Kenya, Nairobi. Pole sana, Sylvia. Oh, you were mistreated. And did you report the matter? Did you like find help? Did you report the matter? Hmm? Did you get to report the matter or the incident? Okay, usually, you see in any there's there's a there's a law. Let me just even deviate a bit from this from the topic. Actually, there's a new initiative that has come up, and it's being advertised. I've had it on Classic 105. I've seen it in most of the television sets that this new technology, or there's this new innovativeness that has come for of a particular bag to be collecting the blood of women who are undergoing a CS, or ama women wale ambao wameenda kujifungua. So you find that these hospitals be provided this bag. This bag is used to check the milliliters of blood that women lose, because a lot of hospitals they don't have anything to measure how much blood a woman has lost during the pregnancy period. So most of the facilities that are also there are trying to come up with those kinds of it's an initiative imekuwa huko back in the west in the states, so ndo imefika Africa. Kenya I think maybe niko na a few months or so. Okay, it's in most hospital, but usually it's not iko kote blow out such that it became a big thing. Like they need to be checking, do they have like enough of a blood bank within themselves, do they have these bags or these measures to check of how many milliliters of blood someone has lost for it to be declared post it's called what, post hemorrhage, something like that, because a lot of deaths, a lot of women have lost their life due to that intonga PTH, post hemorrhage, that one with excessive blood loss of when someone has been done as CS has been done to them. Now, to answer to your question, you're asking where are we supposed to report? Usually in any particular facility, there's what you call an administration block. At this particular administration block is where you're supposed to put your complaint. Apart from that, nowadays we have a tool, we call it the social media tool. This one you can use to also try and air out these grievances, because I've seen the public is acting very well. The recent case we have in Nakuru, uliona mpaka the advocate came out very well. Definitely that's the defense. They must bring very good defense, like no, we never did ABCD, we were called when it was last minute, etc, etc. So usually it is very good for you to be knowledgeable of the do's and don'ts when you're in any particular facility. Huwa zimeandikwa hapo kwa the notice board. What you should know your rights once you enter health facilities. The do's and the don'ts are usually written there. Unfortunately for us Africans, most of us, those rules are pasted there. It is mandatory in health facility. Go to any public hospital, those rules zinakuwa zimeandikwa hapo kwa notice board. The right of you to get the good health, the right of to being told before you're being injected, where you've been injected, the kind of medicine you've been given. Ukiambiwa tunaenda blood test, where you're supposed to go for blood test, what are they trying. Si unaambiwa ati tunafaa kupima choo, tunafaa kupima damu, tunafaa kupima urine, you are just going there. All these rules and regulations zimeandikwa hapo. So once you know them, you'll argue against them. You know, a lot of people, you'll find them wasemanga that haki yangu, but ukimuuliza okay, do you really know what haki yako means? Do you really know what you're arguing about? Because you can't just be sitting there cozy and you're just complaining that haki yangu, haki yangu. You should be knowing what are you complaining about. You get my point? Unapata a lot of people tuna complain to, yes, haki yangu, but what are you complaining about? No. Sylvia, you're saying you're there for, once again, I apologize for the mishandling that you got in that particular facility. For those who are joining us for the first time, my name is Kunguru87. You can call me Brooke. Myself here, I'm with Kim, I'm with Man on the Wheels, and I'm with Sylvia from Kisumu County. And our topic for today is, have you ever been mistreated in a health facility before? And what actions did you take? Or have you ever seen someone being mistreated in a health facility before? And what action did they take? So Sylvia said that you've never reported because it's that time that I was very sick and my family feared for my life, so it was swept under the carpet. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Sylvia, my deepest sincere condolences for that. It's quite unfortunate for such a thing kama hiyo inaweza fanyika. It's only that next time, you see, people say that if you keep quiet, one, that particular hospital, one particular instance is that in that particular hospital, either the individual who did that mistake or being biased will not know that such a thing ever happened, or two, even the administration itself will not come into terms or to know that such a thing ever happened. That's why it is very advisable. You have to report it. If it needs to be documented, you also need to say that it needs to be documented, so that you can help the next person in future who might want to come up with the same issue. Yeah, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. You see, when let me tell you something, Karen. When someone says that they cannot belong there, you are allowing other people and watakuja nyuma yako ku undergo the same situations or the same or the same scenarios. It's usually advisable we try and lazima muiongelee such things. If you don't talk about them, for example, imagine if you don't talk about ile hospitali ile yule mama alikufa, for example, that one that is in Nakuru, people not know, people still be taking their wives or their husbands in this particular hospital. Unaona sasa hiyo ni makosa, because mtu anaenda kwa knowingly atatumia ile word like Mimi siko kona jua. Maybe imagine when someone start using such kinds of words that mimi siko kona jua. Mm. Mm. So it's usually very, very vital that we get to know, ama we get to like try and talk about these things so that, yeah, if you don't talk about them, let me tell you something. There's one thing that Martin Luther King aliyeisema, when you continue keeping quiet about a particular issue, you've not only hurt yourself, but you've hurt the other people who are coming next after you, because they'll also just endure the same thing. For example, the other day I was when I started this channel, I was telling people, for example, right now, Sylvia, if I come to Kisumu and I call, hey Sylvia, nimefika, niko hapa Easy Coach, nimefika, niko hapa Mash, or nimefika, niko hapa Coast Air, or all those buses there, then I call you, I need you to tell me where there's a best hotel where I can go, I can spend my night there, I'll have good food. Tomorrow I'm having a meeting, or I'm going to church, or I'm going to place A, B, C, D. Definitely, you give me a list of names. You tell me, go to, let's say, go to Hotel A, B. If you go to Hotel A, you get good food, but the accommodation is bad. Like maybe their beds are not good. If you go to Hotel B, their beds are infested with jiggers, or bed bugs, or whatever kind of thing. If you go to Point C, there's no value for money. It's too costly, but there's nothing valueless there. If you go to this place, it's like a brothel. If you go to this one, it's next to the road, you'll find a lot of all those things. If you do not talk about them, if they're not enlisted in our public media, where I say that it's the best tool that we have and it's free of charge, if you do not speak about them, someone just come, go to this particular hotel, get duped of their money, ama their things will be stolen, ama they'll find that the places have been infested with bed bugs, and yet tena tu ananyamaza na, but the very minute tumeanza kuongea, even the management will know. Unajua kuna wengine we might be blaming them and maybe they even don't know. For example, this guy is called Lawrence, who's advocating for machozi ya mwisho. He was once saying that it's proper for you to know before you go to this particular hospital, history ya hospitalini again, what have they done, what are the do's and don'ts, wamekuwa kuna cases kama hizi ngapi. Same way, if you're going if you're going for an interview, you'll be asked, give us a CV, how many places have you worked, do you have experience, exactly. These kinds of questions, the very minute you tend to forget about them, it's like you're joking with your life. Umeenda hosi, umeanza kuambia tunakudunga hii shindano, ama tunatoa damu, tunapima, unafaa kuuliza why. Mtu ana homa anaenda kupimwa damu, unashangaa sasa homa na damu zimefikia wapi? Mtu ako na headache, unaanza kupatiwa vitu zingine hapo hata uelewi. It's very vital, it's very important to get to know these particular things. Yeah, definitely after that session you have to complain. Once you talk about them, there's usually an administration block, and the government is also trying so hard. There's a toll number there, usually you can talk about, at least do something. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. That must have been very, very painful for her. Very, 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 very painful for her. Hiyo ni uchungu sana kwake. I can imagine. Yeah, Karen, you're saying you'll do it next time. Yeah, definitely. As I was telling you, people of the internet, it's very important if you talk about them so that the public who do not know, they are aware. And then Sylvia saying that she was even crying, but the hospital was insisting no referring. Yeah, nowadays most hospitals I came to learn they don't like referral because of they tend to say that a case inajaribu kupass your problem kwa another individual, so it takes a lot of inakuwa ni battle, like hawana case report, hawana history ya particular patient, what really happened. So they tend to protect themselves so that because unapata a very good example, some patients for example transport from Kisumu to Nairobi na mjapatiana file zake, so this new facilities haitajua like huyu alikuwa na undergo nini, what are the problems alikuwa na undergo, and medication yake imefika wapi. Unapata most of the time wanapata tu brief medication report, not everything like before. That's why hospital inakuulizanga the first thing ukienda, and it's very important you maintain one hospital. Have you been to this hospital before? Where can you assist the number? So they see kuna hiyo sequence of reports of what you've been undergoing or any underlying issues that have been there. Mostly pregnant women during that is it antenatal care or the prenatal, that one. It's very vital that they get to know that one. As if you can say, I can feel that pain, and at times the medics can be heartless. I agree with the complaint should be brought to attention. Naki, very true. Because during these times you're helpless and you have not choice because you've complained, they can sabotage your treatment, and you can treatment you end up with complications. So most people let it slide. You see, one thing, sorry, one thing I do tell individuals is that yes, you might decide to let it go this time round, but you know, the very minute, the very minute, the very minute unaendelea let go, you're introducing someone else to get into that particular problem. You see, let me tell you something, Sylvia. This gone are those days where things used to happen out on Anyamaza. Umona squeeze even in schools. Anything happens and everyone is usually reporting. Wolf, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. Everything that happens is usually reported. If these things are happening, maybe in a particular, even kwa gari, maybe the makanga or the tout is misusing the way they're treating you, even in the SGR, even at the airport, you must air these complaints. Because when you continue keeping quiet, the next person who's coming after you will undergo the same thing, and it might be worse. One of the outcomes, maybe the person who's doing this, for example, if it's a health, it's a nurse, maybe to them hatakuwa anafanya knowingly, hajui anafanya makosa, but if you raise that issue then they'll come to know. Another one utapata maybe they're doing it, hiyo ndo tabia yao, so unasikia hivyo ndo wamezoea. There's nothing like hivyo ndo wamezoea. People must be accountable. If you're working somewhere, I'm assuming you're also accountable for your deeds and your actions. So you're most welcome. You're most welcome, Wolf. I'm here with Sylvia. I'm here with Kim, aka Karen. I'm here with someone else who's from Machoka, the man on the wheels. Some are coming in and leaving out. Hope you're well. Hope your weekend is unfolding so well. Karibu sana. Our topic of today is, have you ever been mistreated in a health facility? That's what we are discussing about today. Maybe you can give us your ones and twos. Maybe we can dot the I's and cross the T's. Have you ever been mistreated in a health facility? Or really, ati mwenye alikuwa kwa lab alienda. That is quite unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. No one should come to work when they're drunk. That's very, very bad. That's illegal, actually. there's no amount of sympathy huyo anafaa kuwa anapata from anyone, be it the government or whatever. At the end, you're not supposed to allow. Karen, never allow mtu mwenye ni mgonjwa. Wolf, Karen, never allow anyone that who's under the influence of any illegal drug or any drug whatsoever to administer any kind of medication to you, because the repercussions or the damage might be very wrong and very bad or very worse, and you'll have yourself to blame once the damage has been done. Wolf have said that you've never been mistreated, but most of the pharmacies people don't know their jobs. I'm allergic to certain medications, and that individual gave me that medicine despite me telling them. So most are not learned. I almost hooked up, but she was a single mother, so I just forgave. You forgave her. Everyone else is trying to make money out of it. Hey, pole sana, pole sana. Pole sana. You see, Wolf, what I'll tell you, I said it in another forum that I had. I had a friend of mine who usually had what you call this, alikuanga na shida ya mguu. Most of the time maybe alikuwa in a sweat, so he was under some kind of medication, and apart from that also his hands used to sweat a lot, and he was a guy, and most of the time alikuwa anashindana na kitamba or powder. He had that condition, so he was under constant medication. So after that, there's a day he went to this particular, the same, I don't know if it was the same chemist. I'm not so factual about it. And when he went to this particular pharmacist or chemist per se, then this lady, whoever was attending to him, told him that the same medication umekuwa umekichukua, that medication imeisha, but for now I'll give you this other one so that you can also try it. It's just the same as only that I don't know, maybe it was generic or something close to that nature. Anyway, fast forward, after this guy took this medication, they went and reacted with him. Remember, the only thing that saved this individual friend of ours is that he was a dark skin. If he could have been a light skin, angekaa kama leopard ama cheetah for that matter. Things just bulge out of his skin. You know, he was taken to quarantine in one of the hospitals that is back in Buruburu. He stayed there for close to like 2 months. Some pimples came out of his mouth. He was taken for quarantine. These people had thought that it's a funny disease, only for them to discover that he was given a wrong medication. Now, back to my point again. Stop taking medication. Don't say, Wolf, don't say that you know. Imagine once that enters your system, that's it. Removing it. Have you ever encountered? Then now you go and look for a doctor. The first question they ask you, have you taken any medication before? Have you ever noticed why do they ask you that kind of question? Umekunywa dawa ingine? Unaona? So do not allow such actions to be done in the name of no, 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 do not allow. Take it from me. That's my honest opinion. It has ever happened to me too. You're saying it has ever happened to you too. What really transpired? Wamekufanyia nini pia wewe? You've ever been given a wrong medication? Oh, you reacted to a medication. Yeah, it's a very dangerous affair, let me tell you. It's a dangerous one. Hapa kunanga mchezo mingi. It's a very, very dangerous affair. Never ever take medication over the counter. It's quite dangerous and it can lead to death. Then watu wako na kesi sahii, wewe ushaenda Sayuni. What have I done? Tell us, you ulienda hosi? Karen. You went to hospital? Was it before or after? Help me with the water. Rahim, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Welcome to the live show. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we met. It's been a minute. Rahim, have you met our friend Sylvia from Kisumu Wolf? I'm sure you've met her. Our kids are doing very, very much okay. Hey. No problem. No, just bring. No need to reduce. No worry, just point the carpet. Start. Let a little. I'm always happy. Welcome, and I thank you very much for liking this particular live session. Today, I'm having with me Ice Wolf, who's from Nairobi. We're giving her. Then we have Kim Kamugol, who's actually AKA Karen. And then we are having also Sylvia, who's from Las Vegas. Oh, Sylvia, sorry, who's from Kisumu. It's Karen who's from Nakuru. It's Sylvia from Las Vegas. Then we have the man on the wheelsuits from Machakos County. Also, welcome to this particular live session. And yourself, Rahim, who's from Uganda, Champala. Your president the other day, I heard him telling Bobby Wine that he will campaign for him. But anyway, who never knows. And so, actually, you're most welcome to this particular live session. So, Rahim, we are talking about, have you ever been mistreated in any health facilities within your area, or facility we mean by hospital? Have you ever been mistreated? So, Wolf, you're saying that if the ministry has decided to check out every pharmacy chemist, they'll be shocked because most of these people operating are not even. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. Sorry. I agree there with you 100%. Most of them you'll find that just because someone has got a few balance of change in their pocket, they've decided to open a pharmacist or a chemist within their local neighborhood and decided, you know what, this is what is going to happen, and boom, they've decided that they've turned this one to become a hospital. I'm usually like, why would they even do that, for crying out loud? Doesn't mean the person who's wearing a robe coat behind there, we find them wamevaa ile stethoscope hapa wameiweka kwa chest. Mwingine anaweza kuwa ni someone who's working for a butchery. Karen, you're saying you went to hospital because of tonsils, then you're given medication. Asubuhi, in the morning, you started, when you were going to work, your body changed and you had to go to the main hospital. But once again, also apologize for that. It's very vital, and I'll insist on this. It's very, very vital, and it's very, very key that seek good. You remember there's a live video that we were doing last time, and it was about those who like buying medication over the counter. It is very, very vital. You have to get this medication over counters that are well known. Don't just go and buy it from any Tom, Dick, and Harry places. It is very, very quite unfortunate because you are risking your own life, the life of person you're going to buy medication for, and also the person will come after you, because people just go and say, I've been seeing so and so going to this particular facility. You are risking their lives. If that, but like Kama hospital, the one that is in Nakuru County, I'm wondering, people have been complaining about it, but people have been ignoring. This is the first guy who decided he's blowing up this case out of proportion. That's why. And then the head started rolling. Others nimekuwa nikijiuliza like, what is really happening? Oh my goodness, sick people sharing beds. Nandovile, your county governor the other day went abroad of anyway. Sometimes I pity ourselves. I pity ourselves so much. Yeah. I pity ourselves so much. I usually don't understand. I pity ourselves so much. You see, the problem with Rahim, you have you gone to? I was asking, Have you ever been mistreated in a health facilities within your neighborhood? Yourself or anyone that you know, have they ever been mistreated? Mistreated is like they've not gotten the proper medication, or they've been assaulted, or insulted. Kim, you're saying that you've forgotten the name of the hospital, but it's in Nakuru. They'll find lazy and sick people sharing beds. It's an African problem. Let's zero in. It's a Kenyan problem. I don't usually understand why we are building we are building churches, we are building roads, and yet our health facilities people are sharing beds. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Yeah, the situation is definitely worsening. Times are getting out of hand, but again, we pray that in this particular facility you get the best medication. The recent incident that I had in one of the health facilities that I went to is when they were giving ala nani simu inamgonga kwa mdomo. Was when I went to a particular health facility, and they took too long to get the proper, what do you call, to get the proper medication to give this particular. Ile wanasema tu kwanza tunajaribu hii, then after 2-3 days not tukiona if it's not working. I was telling them, human beings are not guinea pigs. You can only do tests in guinea pigs. People tend to think that human beings are guinea pigs. Do not allow. So where I had an altercation with with this particular facilities, was questioning them. How is it possible that you guys? It's like you're doing tests on some drugs, if it will work in this particular individuals or not. So anyway, let me just say it's very keen, after having this kuvurutana with those medics. I told them, you know what, I'll sue you for trying to make these kids life become a guinea pig, ama for making it wanajaribu kutest nayo. Apparently after some time they decided that they'll get proper medication. In fact, I requested for the lead doctor, which I know I know some people usually don't, they can't know the difference between an MO. An MO is a medical officer, then we have a CO is a clinical officer, mostly in clinics, and then we have a doctor himself. So most of the time when you go to these facilities, wanasikianga ati end umwone daktari. Doctors do not stay in hospitals. A few hospitals, those are level 5 and above, can manage to sustain a doctor. That's why you hear that doctors usually make rounds in particular facilities during morning hours or maybe in the afternoon. Whoever you meet there is usually either a clinical guy, a clinician, or an MO. An MO is the one who supervises all those clinicians and all those nurses who come and take care of you. Those people take care. It's called a triage nowadays. You've noticed you go to a hospital and they ask you to a triage. Triage is where you take your pressure, you check your weight, you check your height, you check the vitals, etc. Then they refer you to now a nurse who will come and take some signs from you. There's nothing like a doctor. Rarely will you find doctors. I'm not disputing it, but rare occasions will you find a doctor. We are not. We are not. You're not. Wolf. We are not.
We are not. We are not. You're
Hmm.
not. Wolf. We are not.
We are here today. We are making it. We are here till midnight. Hmm. Hmm. I am, definitely I am. That one is by order. Definitely I will. You need by order. Hmm. Myself, I'm going. Hmm. Myself, I'm going. Hmm. Ingala ya Yesu. Why do you want to take a break from live stream? What is making you taking a break? Why? You know, I've seen a very big number of people. I've seen a great number of people who've dived in into. I love. You cannot be out of content. You cannot be out of content. I believe you've been. I believe you've been into social media more or sorry, or longer than myself. Judging with the 2,000 subs and over 300 videos, I do believe you can. How can I say you can? There are those there are those videos maybe you did and they never performed well. You can still redo it. No, no. It's not that people don't. No, 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 no. Let me tell you. You see, there's this lady na Monangali. I think she anakwanga she's back in. She's in where? I think I don't know. I cannot pinpoint, but she's back in West in the States. Every time I come to her, she's usually about just the same way vile unafanya hivyo, and she's been doing in her lives at an average of 1 or 2 hours, unaona, and it's usually about just spiritual content every time, and she usually has that traffic. So, if you ask me honest opinion, no. If you really want to grow a channel, because you see something like spiritual, people will not go for the videos. People like the live ones. Let me just give you a rough one. Right now, let me tell you how many spiritual contents are there. Live session spiritual. Right now, okay, let's start. We have, where is this one? Sleep Deep Music. We have one is going by the time Restoration of the System. Abide with God. We have which one again here? There's people who are praise and worship. That others are just singing gospel. Another one is say my spiritual road. There's another one is prayer, fasting, and sacrifice service. And oh my goodness, as I was telling you, when it comes to spiritual, you can't really base it on 2 or 3 people who have just killed them or what. No, you can't base it like that. Continue pushing, you'll find that the traffic has really grown, because rarely will people come to see a video like come at the Jolosted, or check even the traffic of your videos vis-a-vis your lives. I think you'll see where the interaction is usually more. Because you've got good numbers. 2,000 subs, that's a very great number. That's very nice. So you're just a blink away. Have you been monetized? I think you're just a blink away from being monetized. Again, yes, as much as people say that a video will do well, but the fastest way is just to push on live. Push on live kabisa kabisa kabisa. You go to Indians na kuambia we. Just even swipe across this particular channel. Saiza kumali huko. Kwa India, Indian side now is around 3 hours ahead. Those people wanakuanga. There's a lady I know anakuanga. Tani mwindi hapo tu silengi kile anasema. She's usually live, I think, for 3 hours or 4 hours daily. Imagine, let me tell you something, Wolf. People are really pushing. There's this lady who's on YouTube. She goes by the name Sheila Gaki. The other day, I think I was telling you or Karen or Sylvia about her, and she just pushes her figures very well. Yeah, push on live stream. She pushes a live stream. She does a live stream on average of 5 hours minimum. Can you imagine that? She goes by the name Sheila Gaki. She does her lives average 5. So 5 in the morning, 5 in the evening. Like today morning, I alirauka tu sikumuona, sikuangalia. But tomorrow Sunday, I know before she goes to church, atakuwa ameraukia. Unapatanga ameanza around 4 am. By the time unafika 8 tu kuyasha chapa 5 hours yake. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ish hapo. Asha chapa 5 hours yake. Unaona? So she's pushing for the numbers. She's pushing for those hours. And the traffic is there because she has got I believe you guys are on the same let me just do this. Oh, she's got 4,000 subs, so for her it's very convenient, and it's still workable. So once again, to answer you, yeah, push for live. Like myself, as we're still building a community and building people, I'll still pushing for live to keep the channel more active. So by the time we are going live on a podcast completely, then we've already the knowledge is already outside there, the information is already outside there, so that mtu asishindwe ati nini channel gani, does this channel really exist? No, such things like those. So continue pushing. Yeah, a lot of people usually are obsessed with getting money. You see, I remember the other time another lady was complaining that she was pushing for everything. She got the numbers. I think right now she's at 2,000 plus subs, and she got the followers. But again, now the problem is yes, you've been monetized and whatnot, but you know there's a threshold again. Like give or take, and give or take should be 100,000 views for the minimal, bare minimal. If you do a math of maybe 10,000 Kenya shillings, 100,000 views, meaning you push for the she pushed for the hours. It was she was became eligible and she pushed for the subs. But most of the videos, I've been asking myself, unaingia like yeah, 100 USD threshold. Yeah, there's a threshold because yes, umefika 4,000, umefika 1,000, but none of your videos is even clicking even 1,000 views. You are done. Minimum should be 100,000. If you get 10,000 kidogo, but you'll get maybe 2K or 3K, but an average of 10,000 Kenya shillings, you need 100,000 views. So there's this ladies wanafanyanga live sana. Ukiangalia live zao have even the total views ile in general you'll find maybe wako 12 million, 13 million. Mpaka nasema wow, if I'm still struggling with my 20s, some are struggling with their 300s, some are struggling with their 500, you guys are at 12 million, 13 million. Now after that, now I go and check their videos. Unapata video doesn't even have even 100 views. So what does that tell you? The viewership is coming more from the live. No, the viewership haikuji more on people just watching the videos. No, it is coming from more of the live. So easy over 12 million views. Na ukiangalia unapata videos zako nazo not more than 10, 15. Usitake kuona live. The lives are just many. So the person now, the lady that I benchmarked with, is this lady who goes by the name Ashila Gaki. She's a Kenyan. She hails from Nairobi. She said she does 5 hours. She used to be doing 2 hours, 2 hours. Last month, for the better part of last month, she made 800 hours just in 1 month. So do the math. Can you imagine 800 hours? So meaning she needs 5 months and she was done. So she was pushing for live sessions. Oh, Maria. Finally, finally, finally. Thank you very much for being here. Finally, you've come to meet. We've come to meet. Thank you very much for joining. You want to start your live right now, I know, eh? My net has started well. It's not bad. I know you want to start your live right now. Nimekuwa nikiona naona live zako push for 4 hours. 4 hours, 5 hours. I'm like, what? Otherwise, I was with a beautiful lady by the name Wolf. She's been here. Moving on the Wheels is also here. I do go live. I start every day, most probably from 9 to maybe around 10, 10:30. Most welcome, most welcome, most welcome, most welcome. Maria, you're most welcome. People of the internet, you can also follow Maria. She's a very good entertainer. I just met her the other day. Maria, everything is nice. I was just having a conversation with a lady by the name Wolf. I call her Wolf. She's a very spiritual lady, hailing from Nairobi, Kenya. With others, I think some of them either they've got engaged and something else, or they've gone to sleep. So my day has been great. I don't know about you. Everything on my side has been great, apart from the normal life hiccups. But everything is awesome. I thank God for being above ground, because being above ground is a blessing. I don't know about yourself with the little kiddo and your family at large. I hope you're well. I hope your day has been well. Today we're just discussing about a few things that we're about to end. Oh, you are the entertainer. Yeah, we are very well. We're just discussing about if someone has, have you ever been mistreated in a health facility before? That one was our topic for today. And thank you very much. You can also like this particular video. I'll be more than happy to see you. Hmm? Oh, I'll pass my regards. Pass my regards to him. Pass my regards to him. Pass my regards to him. So, as I was telling you, remember, you asking me about this particular channel, what we do in this particular channel. The community started around 3 months ago because I'm a victim of it, of maternal mortality rates. If you get time, you can watch the videos either that will please you. So, we are actually gathering for more men to come outside here and speak about it, because a lot of men, a lot of people are losing their wives, they're losing their sisters and their moms due to maternal mortality rate. So I've been explaining it in my previous videos. Those numbers have been high. Can you remember? Okay, can you believe it when I tell you that we have an average of 2 women who usually die each and every single day in Kenya? 2 women die each and every single day due to maternal mortality rate. Countries like the Western Africa, most of the countries like Nigeria, them they have approximately up to around 5 women. So how do you get to know this data is real? Because in this particular channel, we don't just discuss matters that we don't discuss matters based on hearsay. We deal with facts. Facts is this. It's we are on a fact-finding mission. You'll find like out of 100,000 women, depending on when a year began, out of 100,000 women, somewhere like Nigeria, at around 1,500 or 1,400 women die out of 100,000 women who die in particular year. In Kenya, it's around 700 to 800. Yet, that number is still too high. Tanzania was high, but right now they've brought down the numbers to around 200 or so. Same as Rwanda's brought the numbers down to around 200. Uganda is around 300, but in Kenya the numbers are they're fluctuating between 500 to 700. And remember, these are numbers or cases that have been reported. You know, there are cases that are reported, and there are those cases that are not reported. So you'll find that a lot of women lose their lives, and people don't talk about them. Myself, I'm a victim of it. It happened 4 years ago. I lost my wife. It's an ongoing investigation with the Kenyan Medical Practitioners and Dentist Board Unity. However much they've not done much, they haven't made a step. So I decided with a few like-minded people of who have undergone the same thing. Why don't you start airing our views? Why don't you start shouting and talking about them instead of it happens and people keep quiet? We have a recent case that happened in Nakuru. I'm not aware if you saw it on the dailies, where a man took the wife to hospital, one of the facilities, and the wife just passed away. So we are looking for such men. You have to talk about them and shame this particular hospitals for that matter. Again, the other day, two of our members went to the leading media stations. That was, I think, Citizen and Nation, and they had to share about. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. They shared their story, and we are having also another team leader. He goes by the name Lawrence. He's an advocate of the High Court also. And they have this NGO that goes by the name Machozi ya Mwisho, tears, the last of the tears, the last tears that a man will shed, because dads are left there without knowing what to do with kids like myself. I was left with a very young boy, though he's doing well. It's been 4 years. He's doing great, very big. So I'm left with two kids, and there are very many people outside that they don't know even what happened. Okay, after the mother, the wife has died, what's next for this particular dad? How do they cope with their normal life, with their work, with these kids? How do they break this news to the kids? How do they tell the other kids who are left there? Okay, let's assume it's a new dad. He's left there with a toddler. Some of them even don't even know to tie a diaper. They think it's a mother thing or it's a woman's thing. So it's quite a big challenge. Some of us have come to an extent of even resigning their job. So the channel basically is about men who've survived this particular thing, hence the name The Survival Men, or a short form of SMS, The Surviving Men series. It's all about men who've lost their wife. Not only men, but even women are usually there. A big chunk of my followers are usually women. Yeah, I've been interviewed once or twice in most of these sessions. Yeah, that's why I just maybe you see we are doing what we call the groundwork pole pole. We don't want to go outside there and start shouting too much. We don't want to go outside there and shout too much like this one. No, 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 no. They say you do it in a very very slow way. You enter it, you go down there for those cases that are not reported. By the time you guys are going outside there to shout, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, the cases will be just too much. Even Odo Jagero has hosted one of our team members. It's called the guy I'm telling you is called Lawrence. You can just check that particular video also. Can I remember it? Can I remember it? Can I remember it? Can I remember it? So actually, that's what goes on in this particular channel. Yeah, some people ask me, what's this with the Surviving Men series? I tell them, yeah, that's it. That's it. That's what we talk about in this particular channel. Yeah, there's a video by Odoja Gerosh that was written. My wife died for likes. She trusted the influencers and the Kenya C-section scandal. As I was telling you, the stories are very long. Oh, you're starting to feel sleepy, Wolf. No worries, no worries. Thank you very much for being here. It was nice having you here. It was nice engaging with you. I hope you have yourself a very good night, and we'll definitely hook up tomorrow. No worries, no worries, no worries. I'm still here. We're still catching up. No worries. You're most welcome. Any day, anytime. Thank you very much for coming. Actually, it could have been made better without your support. Yeah, definitely. I'll do a live stream tomorrow. As from we do so on Sundays, I start early because we get a lot of to discuss. We do a recap of the week. We tend to analyze cases like the one that happened in Nakuru, etc. So we start at around 4 or 5 p.m. until late, same time like here. Oh, it's actually 4:14 p.m. Back in the States, yeah, that's the time, yeah, if I'm not wrong, right? So it will be maybe very early in the morning in your side, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 4:14, I believe that's most probably that's around DC or Texas and the likes. It's evening, right? Around New York or something close to that, yeah. You're most welcome. You're most welcome, Ice Wolf. You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Very grateful for you to be here. Hope you have yourself a very, very good night. And see you tomorrow. May God guide you. Peace be with you. Maria, thank you very much. You can just charge your phone. I'm still here myself. There's nothing much I'm doing, so I'm still hanging on here. Everyone who comes, I just engage with them as I continue pushing for time. Oh, you're in Florida. Wow, Florida. Yeah, that's nice. I used to work for another company, a trucking company that was in back in the States. That's why I tend to know most of the timeline of you guys. It was a trucking company until those guys wakaanza kuturusha pesa yetu and they left it. It was good business, by the way. I used to be I started working at it started working at around Kenyan time was around 6 p.m. Your time was very early in the morning. I used to do it up to around 12 midnight our time. Your time will be around 7 p.m. But anyway. So bye bye, bye bye. You're most welcome. Bye bye, bye bye. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Mm. These people. Let's work hard. Let us work hard. Funny cause there's nothing for free. There's nothing for free. Sasa tunakuship.